Hello guys, my name is Philomena. Most people call me Philo. I'm a healer. Okay, look at my hands. What do you see? What do you feel? Relax, relax. Welcome. All right. So, guys, how are you doing today? How is everything? Well, at the moment around the world, the world we are living in has evolved. Why has the world evolved? Anyone who could have an idea why has the world evolved? Because the conscious evolving man and woman keeps on evolving, because the world is made of people, and the principles and the values that used to work those days in the Stone Age are no longer working in the modern times of the globalization and all those things. Name them emancipation, all those big grammars, you know, understand those constructs of the modern society. And that alone has impacted a lot about how people think, how people behave, how people, you know. And then the big issue now at the moment is, I mean, when you read so much on social media, it doesn't matter how many people you know, your girlfriends and boyfriends and friends, and all are just talking about love, love, love. I'm like, whoo, hang on a minute. Everybody's just crying like love, like love. Oh, he left me. Oh, he cheated me. Oh, he was seeing another woman. Oh, she was not. And this is the theme, the topic that is just going on and on and on. Money, love, money, love, money, love. And, you know, always rotating about that. Even, you know, so many people today are under depressions. Others became even mentally derailed because that they can't even sleep, they can't eat. Oh, he left me, or she left me. So today, good people, we're gonna be talking about, I'm gonna be discussing about this hot, lucrative topic, love. Okay. Why is love so important? I mean, people, or let's say, let me not just say people, but the reality is that everything revolves around love. Okay, everything revolves. So there are some people who can't be productive if they feel that nobody loves them. They really need someone to, like, you know, share with, socialize with. I don't know, be romantically involved. I mean, we all different individuals, right? So some others can probably just, you know, just like, okay, I can do by myself. I can, you know, like, yeah, but not so many people, because people have decided to let themselves just be vulnerable. Like, I mean, what can I say? Let me start by saying this. Your heart and the brain is the most valuable thing that your creator, let me say your creator, if it's God, if it's whoever you believe in, the universe, the higher, has ever given you. That is like your brain and your heart. These two things are important. You have to guard your heart with all diligence. It's in the Bible, or so many spiritual books, or the Quran. They still talk about it. Or other, I mean, so you can actually just like meet anybody and have drunk a small, let me show by example. We just meet accidentally in a pub with some guy and we say, cheers. Okay. We drink a little bit wine. Okay. Some little bit wine and flirt and laugh. I don't even know that dude. He doesn't even know me well. And then maybe we end up having some intercourse, and a man or a woman starts claiming that she's in love. Okay. So now, really, Because today my main topic is going to be about love and how to attract love and how to keep love. But before I get into that, let's be real, guys. We're living in a real world. Let's even try to think with our minds and not with our hearts. I mean, how can you meet a guy for one night in a pub, drink, have some fun, maybe meet another second time, and then claim that now you love him? Love it. You don't even know that person, man. Dude, you don't know that lady. Dude, you don't know that man. And then when he doesn't call you and he doesn't whatever, and then maybe he was just having fun, and then you hear that probably he now settled with another woman or he was married, then you're like, oh, he lied to me. I mean, is it not just ignorance? Folks, is that not ignorance? Why would you blame someone while you hadn't even had an agreement? Like you hadn't known that person enough. You hadn't even sat down to discuss the topic that now we're falling in love, that now these are our goals. So we were having actually just fun. And in the modern world, we're not in the Stone Age times where a man would meet a woman and then see them, court them and all that. I mean, and then it would take a process and then say, okay, the love develops. Love develops, guys, love develops, okay? And we need to try to think with our rational minds and feel with our hearts when the right time comes. Don't start thinking with your heart and then feeling with your mind. That's where the trouble comes in. Learn how to differentiate love and infatuation. Okay, guys, that's the pure truth. It might come across like harsh or whatever, but I mean, what is harsh and what is soft? I mean, just call a spade, a spoon a spade. Don't call a spade a big spoon. And I'm not the person who is here to sugarcoat. If we are looking for solutions, then we have to start by fixing us ourselves and try to to change those patterns that led us into certain kind of scenarios. Like, you can be crying and saying, he left me. Okay, it could, some things happen, yes, that it could be left or whatever, but most of the things in the modern society, these people were just having fun. They hadn't even had any exclusivity, and some of the people even choose, they act in self-denial. You're not suited with that guy, you're not suited with this dude. Why are you even forcing yourself to be with them? Of course, when you force yourself on someone just because your heart says, by the way, this issue of like love, it's an illusion. It is a feeling. So if you want to change any outcomes, if in case you're this kind of person who claims, or who, maybe you're not claiming, maybe it really happens or happened, that you keep on meeting guys and then it doesn't last, and then what, and then you're always feeling like you're the victim and these people are like the bad people. Now this message should be for you, okay? Someone who is not in a relationship by choice can be because they just feel they're not ready to take up the responsibility, or they're not ready to be able to accommodate that person's anointing, whatever it is, and keep faithful to them. I'm not talking that kind of a person. But if they are there and they wish to listen to this message, then feel free to listen. All right, first of all, I'll start by saying this. If you are hurt, don't run into finding another person to use as a vacuum to run to, just as like escapism, as a form of escapism. Face the realities, face your demons. You know what I mean? If you don't fix your wounds, you bleed on people that didn't cut you. And that is why it will never work out. You broke up with this dude, guess what? You haven't given yourself enough time to heal, to reflect, to question yourself, where the mistakes were. All the times what I hear, we always pointing at the other person. He did this, and he did this, and he did this. But you never bring on the table what your contribution in the whole thing was. Dude, we need to wake up. We don't have this, we are no longer in those era where we can afford to waste time blaming people, because we have other crucial things to take care of in this planet, in this earth. Love is important, yes, but you have to fall in love with the right person who matches you well. And the fact that someone just says I love you doesn't just really mean it. I mean, people just say it. They can't say it. Just someone telling you, oh, he told me he loved me. I mean, just told you, my God, stop being childish. Really, wake up and smell the fucking coffee, really, you know? So there is infatuation, there is love. We need to learn to identify, to differentiate what is infatuation and what is love. And you can't possibly meet a man tonight and then say you love this man. You just drank a wine. You accidentally bumped into each other in a festival. It might have been, I don't know, Halloween, or in a pub, an event was happening and you looked at each other and wow, the flash came out. Wow, what a beautiful man. Wow, he smells so nice. Oh, but that is not love. That is lust. That is not love, people. That is lust. It is just your own desire, oh my God, it might be that through lust, when you decide to get to know this person for, over some time, to really know who they are, then you can decide the love might happen. But that is a process, man. Today, people confuse sex with love. I mean, if I sleep with a man to just have fun, it's just about quenching my fire, really, with that man. So he can't start telling me like, oh, Philo, because we had sex and it was fun and we were drinking, so I felt really connected. How did we connected sexually? We didn't connect emotionally. Dude, wake up and smell the fucking coffee. We have to talk about these things. Because really, people today are claiming, for me, it comes across like you just like a psychological derailed person. Like you need to just look at facts the way they are, the face value. So it has just become a complicated, really dramatic issue, love. And you can't imagine how many people will be like, if I read about how many comments like, oh, he dumped me, or he was seeing another woman while he was seeing me, and I mean, it was a third party situation, and blah blah, and his family was that, and and I'm like, really? But why didn't you take time to get to know his family first and all that? Today people try to force themselves into relationships like, maybe this guy will change. You cannot change a human being. A human being is just the way they are. I am me. If I'm crazy, if I'm arrogant, if I'm whoever I am, if I am whatever I am, it is not easy to change me. And it's not easy for me to have this illusion that I want to change someone. How am I going to change someone? I need to change me. If I want to be with someone who I feel then that they have this character that is not compatible with mine, then I have to be the one to try to change me to be able to accommodate this guy, or to look for strategies. How can I cope with this in the long run, not to try to imagine to change him, And so many people overlook so many things. You meet a guy today and a man and a woman, and they're like, oh, I'm good in that. I also do that in that. And da, 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 da. Why are you telling me the good side of yourself? Tell me about your weaknesses. That's the truth. I tell of many men like that, and they start thinking like, oh, I'm like, yeah. Why are you telling me? Everybody tells me that they sugarcoat their own, blow their own trumpets, and I need to believe that. And then because you're laying your illusion of love, the illusion of this person on wrong things, he doesn't even have those attributes. So then you feel that you were disappointed, even though, John, you have to believe in you yourself, okay? And trust in God. Don't trust in men. That's it. Because we men, every person has their own shortcomings and whatever, and you don't want to blame people for your failures in love, or your heartaches, or what. I mean, these things are there, man. So this is what I'm gonna be focusing on today. But before I spring further into the things that I'm going to discuss, I will say one main thing. People, change your thoughts, and when you change your thoughts, you'll change your feelings, okay? Because guess what? Love is a thought, because it's an illusion. It starts in the mind, okay? So don't say that I can't forget that guy. He was so good. I mean, what are we talking about? The world has how many billion people, the population? And you're freaking telling me that it's only one specific man who is compatible with you emotionally, who you can, the only ever who can, I don't know, satisfy you sexually, satisfy you physically, emotionally. What kind of crap is that, dude, lady, man? That's bullshit. You know what I mean? No, that's not the truth. You're just forcing yourself. You're refusing to accept the reality, and trying to look at on the bright side of the tunnel, at the end of the tunnel. And when you keep stuck in that situation, refusing to acknowledge that the universe is abundant and that you can meet other people, then guess what? You will cry forever in that situation. And you'll always be continuing. When you meet a new person, you haven't even healed. And when you haven't healed, you're just running from that person. And at the end of the day, running to another person without having healed, guess what? It is not going to work out, because you'll be like mad at him, always thinking about the other person who hurt you, the other person who did what. So people, we need to be realistic. Life is a reality. We don't have 20 million lives. You only have this life, and you are responsible for failure and success, whether it is in love, whether it is in what you yourself, you gotta figure out, you gotta figure out how you're gonna handle this. You're gonna pull your shit together and get through, and come out emerging successfully, and stop come out of those pity parties and that kind of negativity and energy and love. Okay. So, and then there's this issue, which happens many times. Many of us are looking for soulmates, or you're looking for a soulmate. You're looking for a soulmate. You have to find your soul first. Find your soul. How can you find a soulmate when you haven't even found your own soul? Find your own soul. Your self-awareness. Heal. Learn to love yourself. Guess what? Nobody's gonna love you if you haven't learned to love yourself and be comfortable loving yourself. I mean, everything has to start inside. Happiness has to start inside of you. You don't want to be telling people like, oh, when I meet my other half, I'll be happy. You have to be complete. You have to be happy. Happiness comes from inside. So when you meet that other person, you're complimenting them. You are not coming in there because you want them to make you happy. Seriously. And that is where we go wrong. That is why those relationships never work. Others are infatuation. Others are just based on reasons that cannot last forever. Because number one, you have to, when you talk about a partner or a relationship that you want to last, then you have to passionately love that person with passion. You know, when you're passionate about something, you don't just love. Love is so, I don't know how to put it. Passion. Because what are we saying about when you're passionate about something, you are looking beyond so many values and so many attributes in this person that you can continue, that will keep this relationship working in the future. Dude. So you just talking about sex today. I mean, everyone can make you sex with you. Everyone, I mean, this is not enough. I mean, if it's something that the values that you look at, if it's beauty that is really important to you, then you'll be like, okay, when I look at the beauty of this woman or the handsomeness of this guy, this is, you're passionate about it, and you're very sure that it's something, I mean, it's important to you, and you're choosing her because of that, and you can hang on in future after 10 years, based on when she becomes a little bit fat, or based on when she gives birth to a kid, or based on when, I don't know, people age. Because when I was 16, I was looking more, prettier, younger, but now, I'm no longer 16, I'm no longer 20. So basically, yeah. So a man or a woman has to look at the big picture. Can I continue falling in love with this person when they become age 40, or when they become 30, when, you know, you're meeting someone at 22, you know, try to think, my God, geez. So today, my main topic is gonna be about love. And what people, I mean, some of these things really, we just bringing those things to us, you know. So I have certain things for those people who, okay, so, all right. For the people, number one, there are categories of people in this journey, in this particular journey of love that I'm talking about. We have people who are let down, and they were let down because they had wrong expectations in someone else, and they build their own illusion. Some of us don't just read the red flags. Please read the red flags. You meet with a man or a woman, and just because you're drinking with her and whatever, and you just, you know, you just decide to ignore the red flags. I mean, you need to look at what is important to you. Can you hold on that thing that you love in that person? What is important for you in loving, you know? It should just go beyond a glass of sex or a glass of wine on, you know, on an evening and some hot sex for that night. I mean, come on, sex is not glue that keeps man and woman together anyways. It's not. There are so many factors that will be needed to keep that love going. And these things, people, we have to consider them before we start complaining about me not, people dumping me not meeting the right guy. I have mentioned those things. Meeting the right guy or meeting the right woman, you have to be prepared. Heal yourself. Love yourself first. If you don't love yourself and you expect, what do you expect to love? You have to start by loving yourself. I mean, that's the truth. There's nothing like saying like, oh, yeah, maybe. No, you need to evaluate yourself, reflect, take some steps back, and sit down. Like, if something is working wrong in my life, I need to ask myself, fine, what are you doing wrong? Why do you need to change? You know? But instead of just leaving that relationship and jumping to the next one immediately because you don't want to be alone for, you know, no. I mean, it ends up to become a karmic cycle. And karmic cycles, you know, they make you more bitter because history repeats itself. And you feel like, you start feeling like, oh, someone bewitched you. Nobody bewitched you. You bewitch yourself, lady or young man. You bewitch yourself with the way you act, with your own, your own choices and all those, and lacking of wisdom. It is important to have wisdom, to understand love and understand what is infatuation. Obviously, knowledge is power. People, we are in the Aquarius age, Aquarian age. In this age, nobody's gonna save you or come and say, now I don't know. You have to save yourself. We are beyond asking people, precision age era. We had to be asking people, now pray for me, now make for me. No, this time around, it is you to awaken yourself and save yourself. And stop making those silly mistakes and, you know, like repeating the same cycles, repeating whatever, and then sitting there like, oh my God, I'm lonely. Oh my God, she did that to me. Then you need to figure out, what did you do wrong? It takes to tango, man. It takes to tango, right? So then you have to love yourself, forgive yourself first of all. Forgive yourself for having made those mistakes. Accept the reality that it was a mistake for you having maybe chosen the wrong person or based on wrong reasons and whatever. Forgive yourself. It's important for you to forgive yourself. And after you forgive yourself, then you're going to forgive that person and let them go completely like you forgave them. Start from a new slate. Discover yourself. Love you. Forgive them. Forgive yourself. Start loving yourself. Take your time. Don't rush. What are you rushing for? 20 million, 20 billion population of men and women on the planet. And yet, like, you can't be only sitting and crying like, oh, he left me. I mean, as if he's the only man or she's the only woman. What are we talking about, people? What are we talking about? Knowledge is power. And if you have knowledge and you don't have power, could it be that you have the wrong knowledge? You know, because if you have this power, that power should enable you to get your life in control, to sit and to focus and to be awakened. Stop and question yourself. Reflect. Don't throw blames on people all the time. Blame yourself. Learn to blame yourself. And when you start learning to blame yourself, guess what? You will discover a lot. You will even learn to be more tolerant. If you start relationships with a man or a woman, you have to be tolerant for those people's weaknesses if you really want it to last. So if you're looking for a man or a woman who's going to be 100%, who is not going to cheat on you, that is just an illusion, seriously. Because even though, let's even face it, the reality is the population of women is more than the population of men on planet Earth, okay? So if that should be true, which is true, why? Because some men are gay, so they can't marry women, you understand? Some men are gay. Some men are eunuchs. Some of them are working in the Vatican. They decided to be priests, okay? And some are in the mental hospitals, let's say so. And the few ones who are living, so it means that if it was the ratio 50-50, there's a drop. You know, there is that gap, missing variable, that gap of those who are in whatever, those categories that I've already, explained, who are already missing in the equation. So the men that are available are too less. Now, so lady, now you get a man, and then you are with that man, and then you're like looking for mistakes on that, he did that. I mean, you need to be the one to understand that man, because obviously there's so many women out there who don't have men and they're busy looking, and a man is a man. So you make sure that you try to make it work, and make sure that before you decide to land in a relationship like a marriage or whatever, or a committed, you understand this person well, that you are sure it's not you just pushing yourself. Some women make this mistake like, oh, they just become pregnant of a man because I think when I become pregnant, then I'll pin him down. Who will you pin down? He will pin you down because he's gonna leave you there with those kids, and then you'll be crying like, oh, now he left me and blah blah with the kids. What? The mistake was yours. Come on, sometimes we always talk half stories, the half truths, and we just start the story from the middle, and we never. And I am here to discuss these things because I got nothing to lose. Obviously, I'm a work in progress. And I stopped that illusion of like imagining that I'm going to meet a perfect man or whatever. The only thing that I struggle with today is like, I meet a man and starts telling me I'm so good in that, I'm patient, I can open for you the job. I'm going to fuck that. What are you talking about? Stop. Tell me what your weaknesses are. I want to know what your weaknesses are. Because I need to know your weakness, because everybody obviously meets me, tells me their good side. So when am I going to know this, then your bad side? When I'm already in the relationship and I'll have already wasted the time, and then I'm already invested my feelings and my heart. Why should I do that? I'm like, no, tell me your weaknesses. Tell me what you did wrong in your last relationship. And many men are not ready to be confronted with that. But I do that because I want to protect me. Your heart and your brain are the most valuable things that God has created you and has given you as a gift, and you need to guard your heart. Don't just allow any man to come, hey, I love you. Says like that, he's just drunk, like kidding you. And the girl or the woman banks on that and like, oh, but he said he loved me. That's bullshit. Come on, grow up, girl now, So today, whichever category you belong in, I'm done with the other part of explaining what should be done and not be done. Now, for the people who genuinely now want to attract love, they've worked on themselves and they are now ready, or they've already passed. I explained in another video like what you could bathe if you have those karmic toxic cycles. What you could, those bath oils and whatever, I've already explained in another video. When you've already done that and you know you've healed and you've forgiven that person, you've given yourself, and now you want to begin again, you want to attract pureness, you want to attract love that is pure, love that can endure. Okay, then this is what you're going to do. I have got some things, oils, waters, which you'll need to bathe. And if this situation has been long enough in your life, it means you also need to bathe these things for a longer time, right? To cleanse you that negativity, your own negativity from the other negativity that you pick from the other man. And so when you attract the right person, you are clean. Your auras, your chakras are bubbling. They're all high open. You know, you come across like the person who he's been waiting from heaven, who's just fallen in his arms, and you know, like he's not playing games. It's like, say, you know, like a reality. But not those ones of like you're meeting someone and then you are really like, how can I say, insecure with your own self-complexes. That was not gonna work, because if you're insecure, what are you showing a man, or if you're showing a woman, it's like you're insecure, and you'll never be secure enough. Even if this person offers you what, you'll be always looking for mistakes and things to criticize, and that will make that relationship to work, not to work, right? So people, we have to open our eyes, we have to be aware of those kinds of things, and we have to change ourselves, change our feelings, change our thoughts, learn to differentiate love in infatuation, learn to identify what are the real values that you yourself look, or deem as important or very like crucial before you decide for a woman. Don't just like, you decided for a woman. Every day new younger beautiful girls are born. So if beauty is one of the most important things, then you have to make sure that she's the most beautiful woman that you can say, okay, I know. Even if you see other beautiful women, you can say, okay, I know these, you know, they're beautiful women, but I've chosen to be with you. You understand? And you can hold on that. But if you just like settling for whatever reason, and then in between you just get mixed up, like, now what can I do? I have seen the other girl and I've seen the other one. You're still confused. And women, every day, beautiful women are being born. They never stop being born. You understand? Every day as we speak now, some women have fallen pregnant now. Other ones have just delivered. You know, come on, man. We also have to think rationally, you know. It's not about me now trying to criticize anybody, right? All right, so let me now dive to I have some 6 things that could be used to attract love, you know, pure love that can stay, you know, that can be, you know, pure love. I mean, stop that lasting for just a man who's just passing there like, oh, he looks so nice. Others are just following married men, or married men who just like following, or even guys are following married men that I know he won't know. I mean, and then later on he says like, but I fell in love. We were just planning to have some fun. And now she promised to leave that man and she's not leaving him. Now, seriously, guys. Or vice versa, women also do those kinds of things, you know? All right, let me move to the next. All right. So, for those guys who are looking to attract love, and they've healed, and they're ready to start attracting new love, okay, to get themselves energized, their aura shining, because really, if you're down, your spirits are so down, and let me say your spirits are so down, a man meets you and you meet another guy and it's like, come on. I mean, people can smell energy, really. Energy is infectious. So you're gonna work on your energy. It's again energy work that I'm doing right now. Energy work, you know, to get your energy again back, you know, to get to lighten you up, to give you that natural glow, to cleanse you from that veil of the other you know, experiences and nightmares and whatever, and you have to be, you know, to come across like this new fresh person who is the most exciting man, the most exciting woman on planet Earth, like each and every guy, whenever you're like, oh my God, who is this guy there? Oh, who's this dude? Oh my God, you look so fine. You know, like you have to have that energy, right? All right, so now first you need certain things. Bathing, and we got specific other incense which could be used in this case. So the waters to bathe and the oils, I've already talked in another video, and we keep on using most of them because they can be used. If you can use something to attract money or something to create harmony, because if you don't have harmony, how are you going to attract love? Let's say you are aggressive, you're whatever, you have to be at peace with yourself and in love with yourself. Let nobody tell you that, oh, you are so self-centered because you love yourself. Now, I hear some of those men telling me that. How can you love me if I don't? I have to love me now. If I can't love myself, I have to love myself first. And spend with, you know, be in love with me first and have my cup overflowing. Then I can give some of that overflowing. The other, from that overflow, I can be able to extend it to someone. But if my cup is empty, what am I? How can I keep what I don't even have? Seriously. Logic. Let's talk about the logic. So we still need rose water. That's the first thing. We'll need Florida agua water, Florida water, cold. John the Conqueror, I've already explained why we need those things. So people who didn't watch, who haven't watched the other videos can watch and see why this bathing oils are important. All right, the fourth is patchouli love. Okay, these things can be found, or you can contact me and I can, you know, I can let you know where you can get this. Patchouli love is it's a very strong potent for drawing love, you know, drawing love, attraction, and all those things, you know, even creating a really like harmonious, attractive, you know, environment where you know, like you walk in and everybody feels like, oh my God, yeah, you know. So this one is a must. Actually, like this, I don't know, I bet this every day. Like now I bet this every day. I had like 4 or 5 of them, but you know, you just need a small drop of it, okay? All right, so we have got this oil. It's made of rose. Roses are good. Everybody knows the importance of roses. Even flowers, if you buy flowers for a girl, flowers, roses, it's a symbol of love. So it's, and love, you know, attracting, you know. So this one, you could use that as well. So what you do, you take a shower. Let me explain. You take a shower with your normal bath oil or bath gel or soap, and then when you finished, you take a bucket or a container. Actually, I normally use this bowl. Myself, I use this because I believe in energy. And I'm an energy person. Wherever I go, even in my bag, I have this, whether I'm flying, whether it was South America, I flew there, I was here, I had it. I don't mind paying extra baggage just to have my, because I can't, you know, when I arrive, I feel tired. I just want to bathe and then I have to energize myself. I mean, yeah. So, and it's portable. And guess what? Because if you're bathing every day, then, you know, like, it's like, okay. But if you're in your own home, you can have a bucket. So it's not so big, but at least a bucket. So you have a little bit more. So you take some of that, you're gonna pour there. All right. Then John the Conqueror, some drops in there. Then patchouli love, because anything to do with drawing attraction, coming to you, like I don't know, for businesses, for whatever. You're just creating good energy feel and a good energy field for yourself so that people can be attracted to you. And you've already been manifesting also visualizing the type of person you want to come in your life. I mean, you have to be honest. Like, I mean, you don't put unrealistic lists. Like, don't start manifesting a husband, someone's husband. I mean, that he's a handsome man. Right? Don't stop that, because it won't really work well, because he might really come to you but not stay. And, you know, so I already explained that part. Be realistic when you're talking about the love, or when you're starting to decide in your illusion that now this is the love of my life. Okay. And if you're a woman, if you're a man, again, it's the same vice versa thing. Don't start manifesting someone's wife. Doesn't make sense. That's stupid. Okay. Then we will need this, some of the drops, like 3 or 5 of this, mixing that. And then we are good. Then you take that, mix it, and you have to say, I mean, it's like you're visualizing, you're just praying to whichever God you believe in, if it's the God of the Bible, God of the Muslims, whichever deity you believe in. Guys, I'm not here to promote this church or that religion, no. What you believe in and works for you, is that what you'll be saying to that God? If you are, I don't know, the neutral people who are like, they just like, you just say whatever, to that whatever deity, the universe, the moon, okay. You're praying and visualizing that. You're visualizing that you're attracting the love, you're attracting this kind of person, you know, who has that, these qualities that you want. You name them all, and then you bathe, and while you're bathing, you're visualizing that. You know, you have to bathe from head to toe to everything. And then sometimes you can just hold that water and then feel it, smell it, and exhale. You know, do that. It helps a lot, again, to release of that negativity from the patterns of the past, right? I do this myself. I mean, for me, I'm single by choice, because I haven't decided I want to settle with, and I have other things I want to focus on, because I know relationships are a responsibility, and I'm not sure if I'm ready to start in that responsibility. So don't come with me to also like, oh, feel it because I'm alone by choice, people, because I have other goals that are more important than a man. Okay, yeah, people, you have to have your own priorities. So this video is made for those people who think that they have to be in love now, and they're feeling disadvantaged because of whatever, and they really want desperately to attract love. Okay, and after you've taken your bath, okay, after you've taken your bath, you're coming to this part. Okay, I got this incense, but before I go around there, if you don't have all those things, there is another option. There is this attraction soap. Okay, if you can manage to buy that, to get that soap, or either you bath this for 7 days or 14 days, these concoctions, then the rest of the remaining days you should use this soap until it's finished. Okay, but you should bathe with your normal soap first, and then this one just comes on, because of course you don't want to finish it in a week or 2. I mean, it's not easy to get them, even though, you know, yeah. So you're gonna go for that soap. Okay, be bathing that soap every day while you visualize and visualize that person who matches well with you, with those attributes, and with that what you decided. Don't just say, oh, the universe sent me someone I want to be loved. Come on, you get whatever you want. Knock and the door will be open for you. But are you ready to accommodate a man who doesn't match well with you, and then because you just, you know, come on, please, here. All right, so let's move on to the next. After you've done your dating, we have these. Come to me is good because it's attraction. Things come to you because they're attracted to you, right? You also, so you're gonna be using this if you do not have the attraction incense. Come to me incense, or you use it. So you're gonna tie yourself with a red a red because it's attraction is more like passion. You're talking about passion. So don't use things like black colors because black is for binding. Red is passion, all right? It's passion and power, even though that's why you see these things in red. So normally if you have some red dress or whatever, like a sheet that is red, it would be more, it will add in more potent to that. And then you start to burn these, okay? You can burn these while you meditate and to visualize your goals of attraction being manifested, right? And you also speaking, you praying, I'm attracting these, I'm so you're grateful to the universe that you are now attracting the right man in your life. And you have to see it happening. I mean, you have to see it because I said, change your thoughts, change your feelings. If you can't change your thoughts that you're seeing yourself manifesting that, guess what? It's not going to happen. Even starting to build a relationship, or you have to see the end result, like see the wedding itself. Me myself, I see it right now. Even if I visualize the wedding, it's not coming, so I don't bother, like, because my thoughts are not fixed in there, man. I mean, it's a reality, okay? So you gotta be visualizing, okay? Then you come on like this, yeah. Okay. Or some of them you might be having relationships that are struggling anyway. I forgot to mention that. You are in a relationship that is struggling. You could still use this to help that relationship to, stay put, like to create more attraction. And because now what can you do? You've already started that and you have to stay through, okay? So you use that. And sometimes if you got incense, you could still add on incense. It's always good, okay? And you visualize, okay? If you know the person you are visualizing for and he's free and you've studied his behaviors and attributes, then you can have his picture and also have it there in this smoke and visualize so and so. But I say don't visualize for a married man, okay? Yes, still men are few and women are more, but in this case, come on, try to look for a man who is not married, unless if it's the Muslims who can marry 4 women. I mean, therefore it's legitimate. I mean, I'm not trying to say that, Okay. So let's go on. Yeah. It smells so nice, like roses, guys. When you burn these, I use this many times, but me, I'm using for attracting in business and such things. Because if you use this, still you attract because people will come to you, right? But the reason why I use it because I'm in a business where I have to talk to people, So if I have to talk to people, they have to be attracted to me, obviously, Yeah. Yeah. So that is why I use it. Because have you seen some people in business, like someone is just running to the other shop and buying there, or you stand there and, and everybody, yeah. So you have to create it. I said you create, I'm not going to a shaman to ask for a shaman to do a spell for me. Dude, I'm not doing those. I'm my own shaman. You can be your own shaman. You can create your own spells. You just need to know the right stuff, And then listen, not last. This is cinnamon. Cinnamon is known. This incense is very powerful for anyone to attract money, to attract love. Cinnamon is powerful. I use cinnamon so many times. Not like this one is the last. You could even after you've been doing that, maybe in the evening or in the evening, because that is in the morning, for example. In the evening, you can burn it in your house, in your room, and have the smoke going on because you're creating energy. You know what I mean? Energy can be created, obviously. And depending on the energy field that surrounds you, you can attract success or failure. Okay, and then when you're doing all these things, you have to do them in secret. Don't go telling everyone in the street in your city like, oh my God, I started doing this pale. That no, it is for you keep it a secret. Why do you think secret societies exist? Why do you think secret societies exist? Because it doesn't mean that they're doing anything so crazy. No, because keeping secrets is important when you're working on yourself. Don't go telling someone, oh, now I just bought this for me. I mean, it's crazy, man. It has to be your own. Keep your secret for yourself because we're empowering you. You don't know who the bad person or the good person is. So maybe telling that person, and maybe the next day they're going to buy the something to send, bad magic to you. So it neutralizes the whole thing. What's the point? You know what I mean? So it's just about using logic, people. So that's what I had to share today. And make sure you comment wherever you want, whatever you feel, you feel that you want to comment about. Okay, go ahead and comment. Subscribe to my channel, people. That will enable me to send you more material. I told you we are in the Aquarian era. Aquarian era is an era where we have to find solutions for ourselves. Okay, so there is no time for anybody trying to imagine there is a shaman. A shaman, I mean, you're sending money to a shaman or a spellcaster to do for you, I don't know, a spell, while you can attract those things by yourself by doing these simple things, doing it yourself. Just buy these ingredients, the remedies, and this is enough. People are just too lazy today, and that's why they end up being scammed. Guess what? People get scammed, and then they're complaining that, oh, this he didn't really do. Why are you sending someone money to work for you, energy for you, and the person is in Bujumbura? Seriously, guys, Bujumbura, and you are here. You need the energy yourself. How can someone you sleep in your freaking bed or someone is walking on? Seriously? Well, let's just try to be realistic and wake up from this slumber, okay? We can't afford to lie in slumber anymore, right? So I'm gonna stop there, and I'm so happy. I'm so super happy that to have you today. And please like my video and subscribe. And I'm gonna see you next because there are so many things I need to enlighten people. There are so many things I need to enlighten people because I've been on this journey for long, and there are things that I've used on me that have worked for me, and I know they will work for other people, or even just sharing some insights like I've been sharing. These are great things. I'm a woman too. I'm not saying that I'm exceptional. I follow those rules. I mean, I follow those rules. So I'm not trying to say that I'm exceptional. Like, oh, now if I meet a guy, no. I'm just like questioning this guy. Tell me your story. Like the thing, like this guy is nuts, or I'm not nuts, but I just like, yeah, they're not used to meeting a guy who's just like, talk them, was blunt and banter and banter and gata in there. I just like, no, tell me your story. What do you want from me? I mean, if it's sex, go straight to the point. Don't tell me like you love me or whatever. How can you love someone and you don't know this person? Yeah, so girls, be aware of that, and men be aware of those kind of traps, and take your life in control. Take your life in your control. Take your life in control. Look at this hand. Look at your hand. Okay, look at your hand. What do you see? Look at your hand now. This is your life. And you can be able to everything. You are able to, anything that has to be done for you to accomplish, you are able to accomplish that. You are able to do it. It is just about your thoughts, what you believe. So it's high time you started changing your thoughts. Adopt thoughts that create productivity, that empower you, that enable you to bring the higher version of the self, that enable you to bring out, to be able to create a difference in the community, and not the person who's the victim all the time, like all the time the victim, complaining, he did that and she did that and he left me and I had da da da. Stop that. It's enough, okay? All right, guys. Take your time. Peace. Good people. Bye-bye. Catch you another time. Soon I'm going to be sending another video about something else. There's so many topics, okay?